Hi there. Well, I finally made it back to record. Some of you know and some of you don't. I had a bit of a fall. A pretty big fall. Concrete's not a good thing to fall on. I know that now. So I don't plan to fall on concrete again because it kind of hurt. So since I last posted, yes, it was, I think I felt the day after I posted, or hang on, no, I was going to do something that day and then I fell. So it was a week after I last posted because I went to a festival that was amazing. The information was incredible. It was held here in my the town where I live, in Bundaberg, Queensland, in Australia. And it was everything from Aboriginal culture, secret women's business, men's business, Indigenous medicine, bush medicine, to Atlantis, Lemuria, sacred stones, Pleiadians, ancient contact and modern contact with beings from other planets, NDEs, lives between lives. Absolutely fascinating, and I did indulge myself and picked up a few crystals, and why not? So it was a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I camped there with my friend Wendy, my duo partner, and I picked up online this little tent that was meant to be a 1 to 2 person tent. Well, probably if they were, say, 8 years old. Luckily I'm short, but my camp bed wasn't, so it kind of just squeezed in. Nothing like a bit of adventure. And so we camped there for a few nights, and it was wonderful. We played on the first night there, and although we had a very, very small audience because a lot of people were heading off to bed to be prepared for the next day, we still had fun. Lots and lots of fun. And we look forward to the next one. It was really good. There needs to be so much more of this sort of thing. So the next day was a Monday, and Wendy had a workshop. Oh, if you hang on a sec, I'm just going to pause this. I've got to get the painting. Hang on. Okay, back again. I had to get my painting, which is the story with it, and sort out a couple of cats who decided that they were going to not get on. Kids. So anyway, comes Monday, and my friend Wendy had a workshop on at our favourite place, Wallerville Pub. Talked about it a lot. So anyway, I went there. This is my artwork. And it's a hamster painting. But normally you see them with an eye in the middle. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something that was me. And so, of course, there's a dream catcher there for my Native American soul. And with the weekend, a lot of outer world sort of thing. And I wanted energy, but I also wanted to have a space feel. And this made me feel of a nebula. Now, if you can see, this was not intentional. There's the outline of a wolf. And a very significant life I had was Lakota, and wolves were my companions. I was a medicine woman, Shah woman. And the men were kind of a little bit intimidated by me, so I had wolves instead of men. kind of wondering if I'm recreating that. And instead of wolves, I've got cats. Might have to change that a bit. Anyway. So yes, I did that, and lots of little mandala things here, and leaves for Mother Nature, and the feather. So yes, this was my artwork. And so anyway, afterwards, I thought I'd be a little Miss Helpful, as I like to be, and I'm helping Wendy clean up. And I've got a glass jar full of dirty paint water in this hand, a glass jar of dirty paint water in this hand, and I'll go empty this in the laundry. And I go to walk off, and there's a little lip of concrete. There was sort of a lip in the concrete. And I'd already tripped on it. I knew it was there. But I was just la, oh! And I did about 4 to 6 steps looking like a drunk ballerina, trying to stay upright, holding these glass jars, and down I went. Well, I got to empty the glass jars, but it wasn't where I intended to. It went on the concrete. The jars didn't break. I'm lying there for about, I don't know, a minute or two. It just seemed like forever. Doing a little assessment. Okay, is anything? I can feel my toes. I can feel my knees hurting really bad. Oh, yeah, body's hurting. Okay, because I've got nerve compression in my spine. Of course, very, very careful about that in case something goes really wrong. And I'm there doing this check over, and people are saying, "You all right? You all right?" Yeah, I think so. So I sort of sat up, and then I started feeling sick. Like, oh, okay, I think I've got some shock going on here, so take it easy, slowly. I eventually did get up. Right knee's hurting big time. And so anyway, I drove home with a very, of course, right leg, whether you've got an automatic or a manual, here in Australia, that's your accelerator foot. Maybe it's like that now. I'm not sure what it's like in other countries, like left-hand drive. I've never driven that. We have right hand. So, that's right. I just had to stop and think, yeah. So anyway, I was not so good. I got home, I thought, okay, I'm sore, but I'm going to be okay. And then I kind of went downhill a bit. Yeah, maybe more than a bit. And it's like, I couldn't do much at all. House kind of got really messy. Getting there. And we had, I think I went to, we either had a gig or or Wendy was doing a karaoke. So I went to that, and I was sore. And then we went camping at a place called Rules Beach, Rules Beach. That's about, maybe about an hour north of where I am. And really, really lovely. But gee, we thought, oh, well, it's winter time. There's not going to be that many people in the camp at the caravan park. Oh, it was packed. Really lovely place. And surround, like a lot of nature around. And we camped in our tents. We had power because Wendy needed power for her sleep issues, and I needed power to get so that I could have heat in the tent while I slept, because cold air makes it difficult for me to breathe. So it's okay. We can glamp a little bit. And we had our own little kitchen tent and that we shared. And hello, Leo. You're going to say hello? Just leave her alone, okay? Now I'm talking, no interrupting. Yeah. And I had x-rays done. The doctor ordered x-rays. I really wanted CT on my spine, but he did an x-ray. I knew there was no break in my spine. I knew there was no fracture. I didn't think there was a fracture in my knee, and it seems there was. A small fracture in my knee, which kind of took me by surprise, but I had, from the moment I got home, I started using comfrey, and I made up an arnica oil. Oh, where is it? Yes, I made up my own arnica oil. That's just basically arnica essential oil, and as the base I use hemp seed oil, because hemp oil is just like hemp seed oil. It's not marijuana, but hemp seed oil is it's very medicinal. So I did that, and I've been rubbing it on it. I did get on my calf a bruise about so big, but that's all gone now. And yeah, pretty much on the mend. The only thing that did happen was it triggered some fibromyalgia symptoms, mainly a lot of brain fog and a lot of chronic fatigue. And then, of course, at the same time, winter decides, hey, I'm here. Guess what? We're going to make it a really cold one for Queensland. Yeah, right. Nah, didn't like that. So, of course, I've had trouble breathing. And I'm just giving you the reason why I haven't been online. I mean, I've been in a few chats, but I've watched more live shows than people know, because sometimes I'm just lying down just watching it. I'm not moving. So it's been a very interesting time. And considering, now let's have a look. Yes, July was a 5 month in numerology for me. And 5 is the number of hazards, accidents, unexpected, the odd, the unusual, being out there and that. And the 4 was at the end of June, so it was starting to go into the energy of the 5. And yeah, it happened. I had that 4. So it's been very interesting. What it does though is I kind of feel that I was being given a message that I needed to stop and think and change more and look at things differently, new perspective. And because I was so busy, film this, do this, and I'm still want to do heaps of stuff. The brain wants me to. The body sometimes go, yeah, right. Nah, not going to happen. That's very Australian here. I think I've talked about that. Yeah, nah. That's such an Aussie thing. We go, yeah, you may think that, but nah, it's not going to happen. So anyway, I've had a lot of time to think and a lot of challenges, which I don't mind. And a lot of things to think of. Great news on my EMDR therapy, which kind of goes hand in hand with all this, so I'm not really jumping to another subject. But a bit more of the story is that I had an assessment by my absolutely wonderful she's a psychologist, but she's an EMDR therapist. And we did an assessment on the traumas. Now, I had listed 10. I had to try and pick 10. I could have done 100. So anyway, but I had to rate them out of 10. And 10 being, the worst, anxiety, fear, all that. And anyway, so she was going through them. And she'd say, now, what would your score be now? And I'm sort of like, as she sort of read each one, and I'd go, not feeling really any reaction. I'll give that one a 1. And she'd look at me and go, a 1? Yeah. I mean, not really feeling anything, but, it doesn't mean there's not anything there. I'm just not really feeling anything, so I'll give it a 1. And she said, on something, last time when you graded these, that was an 8. Really? And so this was sort of like variations of that, but yeah, it was such an eye-opener. So that was a mix of EMDR, a lot of inner work, and healing trauma, healing frequencies that are on YouTube. All that together. Not being afraid in my own home. That was a big one too. That really helped. Feeling so happy and free to be me. You don't realise how important that is. It's a biggie. So anyway, all these things, all this thinking going on, all this stuff. And so I'm going to make more changes in the channel. I mean, we're evolving. This is part of life. This is the time we're in. And we have to keep working and keep evolving and evolve as life takes us. And that's not just running a channel. That's life in general. So, getting a bit hot at the moment. I've got 2 heaters going, and if I step out from here, it's freezing. I think they said for Bundaberg tonight it's going to be 5 degrees Celsius, which is very cold for Bundaberg. That is really cold. But I reckon we might get down to about 4, 3 or 4. It's going to be like that. I'm a little bit more inland from where Bundaberg is, which is about, what is it, I'm about 20 kilometres from the coast. And so anyway, yeah. Where was I? Can I have help here? Oh, yeah, changes. Thank you. So, what will the changes be? Well, frankly, I'm going to wing it. I'm going to go with it. There's going to be no set anything. I'm going to do less cards online because, frankly, I've looked. We have so many great card readers on YouTube. I mean, let me just try and list some of them. White Feather Tarot, fantastic. Nordic Light, she's so gorgeous. She has the most cutest laugh, but man, the insights you can get. Hang on, let me see if I can find. I've got it over here, so I'll see if I can find some names. Oh, got to have Tarot by the Day, and with his brother, his twin brother. There's Twins by the Bay, is it? Soul Vine Collective. She's Australian, but she lives in America. Let's have a look. Soul Print Intuitive Tarot. Ellie Dreams Down Under. She does a lot more of her readings by rote, by the meanings of the card. But gee, you learn a lot. And also, she does it so well. She's really good. Okay, let's have a look. Soulful Revolution. There's another one. I'm going to try and say this lady's name right. Sylvia Suryodaya. So that's Suryodaya. She does astrology, Vedic astrology, and psychic insights and all this. Yeah, she's really good. She's really good. Denise Knight, divination. Linda G sometimes. She's wonderful. She does cards sometimes. I'm trying to think. There's more. Tarot by the Day. Oh, Twin Tarot with Gary and David is the twin boys. And David also does Tarot of the Seven Seas, which is more international. Mike's the Tarot. That is Maighstir. Tarot. That's Libby. She's quite a few hours south of where I live. Probably 12 or 14 hours, something like that. But beautiful part of the world where she lives. Spirit Whisperer. Oh, man. Dragonfly crystals. That's Val. Yes. Heart Center Tarot. That's Marina. She's wonderful. Heart and Soul Connected. That's Ali. Arthur Ease Your Mind. He's actually not really a reader. He's an intuitive medium. Tarot Your Way. Psychic Debbie Griggs. She does not so much cards. She does intuitive mediumship, messages, and astrology. She's it says tarot here, so yeah, she must also do tarot. I've seen her that many times, but then I see so many they start to blend. Who else have I got? Cleo the Seer, she's lovely, really lovely. Viviane does Akashic Records. Fourth Dimension Tarot is quite interesting. I find her, there's something about her I really like. I'm just going to straighten this up. I'm over to one side. Yep. Right there. Tarot Stash. That's Gerald. Oh, he's a character. Love the fan. He's got a tarot fan and he just flips it so well. Kevin's Loving Vibrations. I'm just going through because there's so many. Susan Lynn, Spirit Navigator. She doesn't so much do cards. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen her do cards. Boy, she's good. Gets messages through. Has some amazing insights. And sometimes she's very funny. Touched by Tarot and Beyond. Really lovely. Adam Stargazing Astrology. He's a little cutie. He's an absolute... Oh, Hogarth, I've got and that's another cutie. He does Vedic. Searchlight Tarot, also watch. Oh, man, there's just so many. Jane the Seeker. You leave her alone or you'll be in trouble. Okay, well, that'll do at the moment because I think I know there's more. Oh, how am I thinking? I haven't seen her for a while because there's just not enough hours in the day, and for the life of me, her name's gone out of my head. It'll come back to me about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll go, but actually, she hasn't been up in my recommendations. I better check that YouTube hasn't decided to unsubscribe me as it seems they have been doing to people. So anyway, I don't know if there's anything else. There's a lot of things that are coming through to me. It's becoming really, really strong. But I'm not going to do it tonight. I just wanted to let you know I'm okay. I'm on the mend. I'm feeling a lot better. Today is the first time I haven't been hit with really bad chronic fatigue. I'm sitting here with blankets over me and the two cats on one side, trying to stop them from fighting. And lots of cuppers here. That's my Tulsi moringa. Very nice. Moringa is a bush medicine here. I know it's used in other countries too. It's very good. I put moringa powder in a lot of my cooking and a lot of my stuff. Very healthy. I'm just watching him. He's gotten close to her. He's looking at her. You're going to leave her alone, aren't you? Leo? No, don't answer back. Just leave her alone. That's life. So anyway, yes. What I want to do is more of this. I want to do more talking. So much comes through. Boy, have I been getting things through about recent events. What I will say at this level is things aren't always what they seem. Now, that's pretty much all I'll say at this moment on a certain incident that is portrayed one way. My gut, my insight straight off from the moment I saw that it had happened was, this is not the way it seems, not the way it's being portrayed. And I feel very, very sad for the outcome for some people. Very sad. Greed makes people do horrible things. Greed and power. It doesn't have to be that way. So anyway, on that note, I am going to leave it at this. It's already a lot longer. That's a good sign. I thought, I might be able to just make 10 minutes. And I'm feeling so good. So that's my body, that's my soul telling me it's time, I'm ready, I can do this again. But I'll do things different. I will be organising a way. It might take a little bit. I've just got to get into town and just sort a few things out. But I want to do readings, which will be via Skype, Zoom or StreamYard. And it's going to be by donation. I'm not going to set an amount because, I've struggled myself. I know what it's like to really, really need some help and not have the money because you're trying to pay rent and have food and medicines and all this stuff. And that extra bit is just, it's a bridge too far. It's just out of the budget. So, my point in life is to help others. I get rewarded in other ways. I get looked after in other ways. And I know what it's like to feel alone. I know what it's like to feel lost. I know what it's like to need that insight and not be able to afford it under normal circumstances, under, like normal prices. So I'm going to do it by donation. And that, yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So I'm looking at setting that up. I'd love your feedback on that. I'd love to know how you feel. And it's okay to put how you feel, you know. My ego's nice and level. I can handle stuff. Hell, you knew my life, you go, oh yeah, she can handle it. So anyway, and I'm going to do more talking. I don't think I'm going to be able to do every night. I might try and space things out, but try and do several in maybe one day and then space it out so that you've got something every day. I'll be looking at things going on in the world, but I want to put a higher energy to it. I don't want to just look at just the 3D level, the this has been done and that's been done. I want to look for more greater understanding, and sometimes it will be high purpose. There will be times it will just be on that 3D level because that's what's coming through. I'm going to be going with what's coming through. Yeah, I think that's basically it. My nose. There is a lot. Oh, this world is quite a fascinating place. And politics can be very, very interesting. And some countries are definitely more interesting than others. I never realised how boring Australian politics can be until recent years in another country. I think you know who I'm talking about. I think I'll leave it at that. Didn't I say that about 5 minutes ago? Yeah, I probably did. But yes, I will. Just so you know, I'm okay. Now, I'm recording this on Wednesday night. It is 11:42, so I'm not going to try and upload it tonight. I will upload it tomorrow. So, who knows what will happen in that time? And maybe I'll get to do another one. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm doing a lot with my friend Wendy. So, oh yes, I did take some video of our time in Royals Beach and my friend Cheryl. That's another story and a half, which I will go into at another time. But I did, yes, I did take some video of that, and our time in Agnes Waters and 1770, which is very close to Agnes Waters. I've spoken about a lot. Well, you're going to have a bit of a view of just how beautiful it is there. And Cheryl and her light whips, I think they're called. Our camp area. What else? I think I did some other photos or something. But I think I did our hamster painting workshop. Got a couple of photos from that. But yeah, I'm going to have some extra things added, and I think I'm going to do that with a lot of videos where time allows, where I'll give you little insights into Australian life, where I live, things like that. Because when you're in another country, sometimes it's nice to see other places. And when I maybe get a bit more technically minded, I might be able to make it all super duper. But for now, it's going to be at my basic level. Not that good yet. So, okay. On that note, I'm going to go. And by the way, if any other channels are watching this, I'm going to give a little nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If you want to do a live, I'm your gal. Hey, listen, girls got to advertise a bit, Sometimes, I'm out there, I'm here, I'm free. On that note, I bid you adieu. Please take care. We are in crazy times, but they're good times. Know that in amongst all the madness, there is a purpose. There is a purpose that is leading us on to something amazing. Some of us are already in the fourth density, where we're in that holding pattern, waiting for the plane to get ready to land in the 5D. So we're already going through all this ascension. Man, it's tough on the body, but we're going to get through. Go with the flow. Listen to your body and keep yourself as balanced as you can. And laugh. See the funny side. Hell, I've laughed so much about that fall. And yeah, I got hurt and it took me out of action for quite some time. But I laugh about it because I laughed that I didn't break the glass jars, and I did empty them. Wasn't meant to be on the concrete, but I did empty them. So see, I did what I set out to do, just not the way I set out to do it. And I looked like a drunk ballerina at the same time. So, I love to you. And I really do mean that. Let's just send love around the world. That's what it needs right now. Loads and loads and loads of love energy. Catch you later. Bye. Oh, you're such a big, brave cat. Birds are smarter than you.